2025, live all the way from the city of Manila here at the Paco Arena. To kick things off, the PGJC Navy Sea Lions and the VNS Griffins finally meet, the youngest team against the most experienced group. Both squads recently came from 3-set losses. The PGJC Navy Sea Lions, still without a win this conference, are looking to seal a victory one last time, reinforcing their veteran experience. The young VNS Griffins, on the other hand, have a bright future, showing a glimpse of grit in their upset over the Alpha Insurance Protectors, their lone win so far this conference. Both teams still have a chance to put a positive spin to end their conference, only here where power meets passion. The Spikers turn.
Live here in the Paco Arena in the heart of Manila on your screens, two teams searching for momentum to have a brighter finish here in this conference. We have a long day ahead. Let's take a look at the teams matching up today. And we start with the VNS Griffins taking on the PGJC Navy Sea Lions at 1 p.m., followed by Crisscross going against Alpha Insurance Protectors. And last but not the least, for our triple header, we have FEU going against UST. So we want to welcome you here to the final day. It's day 9 of the Spiker Surf Invitational Conference preliminary round. It's the last day of our eliminations. All teams are looking to end their conference on a brighter note. Alexis Tinsaya at your service together with my partner, Paneng de Konig Swarter. We have a long day ahead. Thank you for watching us on the Pilipinas Live app, and we're also available on free-to-air on One Sports Plus. Now let's take a look at the standings because again, Paneng, this is a non-bearing game. Pride is at stake.
That's right, and I like what you said. Definitely this game is about pride because both teams has no chance to make it to the semifinals, but of course both of them would want to end this conference on a high note. So we will expect high intensity game, a lot of heart and fight until the very last point. And looking at the team standings, Crisscross, King Crunchers, and Signal Super Spikers already has a spot in the semifinals. But UST, Savage, and Alpha Insurance, maglalaban-laban pa doon who will get the 3rd and 4th spot because UST has a game later against FEU and Alpha Insurance still has a game against Crisscross. So medyo hindi pa natin alam kung sino makakapasok on 3rd and 4th.
And we know that VNS has one win tied to their name. Let's take a look at their previous game with a 3-straight-set loss against FEU.
Well, that is one of the quickest games of the conference. That's FEU against VNS, where FEU won in straight sets. But FEU overwhelmed a young VNS squad because they won in straight sets and showed why they are the best blocking team of the conference. FEU was able to tally 16 block points against 7 of VNS. And that's a lot for one game in straight sets. So that really gave a problem for VNS because they were only limited with 34 spike points for that game.
Limited attacks. Let's see if they can recalibrate for today's match against the Navy Sea Lions. But despite not sailing smooth to the semifinals, VNS had one bright spot. They had a very young player who stood tall all match and season long in the name of RK Medino.
Well, RK Medino is one of the leading scorers for their squad, and he proved to be a steady and dependable performer throughout this conference. So far, his conference stats is 68 points coming from 57 attacks, 9 blocks, and 2 service aces. And during their game against FEU, he scored 9 points. So his growth this season sets the stage for an even stronger RK Medino showing in the next conference. So coming into this game, definitely babantayan yan ng kanilang mga opponents, and because he is a high leading scorer for their squad.
You're right. That's what we love about the Spiker Surf Conference. There are a lot of young players who have their bright futures and potentials here really realized here in our competition. Now moving over to the other side of the court, they also want to bounce back from that 3-straight-set loss.
Well, definitely, this is the PGJC Navy. Wala pa sila nakuha panalo for this conference. And they are faced with a must-win situation, talking about Alpha Insurance, because ang ganda ng pinakitang laro nila doon where they won in straight sets. and Alpha Insurance used their solid performance, solid reception, because they were able to convert 46 attack points. Though hindi ganun kadami ang kanilang service aces, but ang ganda ng kanilang services, good target, loaded serves, kaya nahirapan dito ang PGJC Navy makakuha ng magandang set plays for that game.
And just like that, every loss is still a lesson for the PGJC Navy Sea Lions. Now, we talked about RK for the VNS, but here for the Navy Sea Lions, we have an anchor in the ocean, the captain of the ship, steady as he goes, Greg Delor.
That's right, steady as he goes talaga itong leader ng PGJC Navy na si Greg Dulor. He remained a key offensive weapon for PGJC Navy throughout the conference. He consistently delivered as a reliable scorer and veteran presence on the court. So far, his conference stats, 60 points coming from 54 attacks, 4 blocks, and 2 service aces. And during their last game against Alpha Insurance, he scored 7 points, all coming from attack points. So Greg Dulor's performance showcased both his experience and resilience, proving that even in a tough campaign, he is still one of the Navy's most dependable contributors.
At alam mo yung masasabi ko lang kay Greg Delor, throughout all the seasons, all the years that he's played for the Navy, he's been the steady ship and anchor of this team. We can't wait to see more of his game today for their non-bearing match against VNS Griffins. Now, if you wanna be with us here online, don't forget to use the hashtag SpikersTurf 2025. We also have spikersturf.ph, our official website. You can also visit our official page on Facebook, Instagram, and X. And we'll have the game ready for you in a while. Let's turn it over to our Coliseum announcer.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Paco Arena in Manila and the 2025 Invitational Conference of the Spikers Turf, where power meets passion. We have 3 matches lined up for you today, the final day of the preliminaries, a round-robin series where the top 4 teams move on to the semi-final round. Match number 26 features our volleyball never stops Griffins and the defenders of our seas, our PGJC Navy Sea Lions. Presenting our national officials for this match. First referee, Mr. Ryan Vincent Corpus. Second referee, Mr. Daniel Palada. Let's call on our starting lineup from our VNS Griffins. Let's begin with their team captain, who wears jersey number 16, Jeremy Pedrosa. At number 1, Kimi Liray. Wearing jersey number 3, Howard Guerra. At number 5, Andre Bakil. At number 7, JV Sumagaysay. And number 15, RK Medino. Starting libero is number 2, Joshua Cruz. Head coach, Mr. Ralph Ocampo. Presenting our PGJC Navy Sea Lions. Team captain, wear jersey number 16, Seaman First Class Greg Dolor. At number 1, Mark Kenneth Paulino. Wearing jersey number 5, Bonjamar Castel. At number 14, Seaman First Class Marvin Jairami. Number 15, Apprentice Seaman Peter Kiel. And number 17, John Robert Raquiza. Starting libero is number 13, Seaman First Class Jack Kalingking. And head coach, Mr. George Pasqua. This is match number 26, preliminary round, season 8 of the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference.
On your screens here are the starters of the VNS Griffins. We have Medino, Guerra, Sumagaysay, Bakil, Pedro, Saliray, and Cruz for Coach Ralph Ocampo. And on the other side of the court for PGJC Navy Sea Lions, we have Paulino, Castel, Doron, Raquiza, Kiel, Jairami, and Kalingking for their libero. And again, that's for Coach George Pasqua. Good afternoon, Spikers Surf fans. We're coming to you live from the Paco Arena in Manila. Both teams are searching for momentum to close out their invitational campaign. So really here, Panang pride is at stake. What are you looking forward to here for set number 1?
Well, definitely, like what we mentioned during the pregame, we will expect a lot of firepower and intensity, especially for this first set, because of course, as a team, you would want to have a good momentum from the beginning of the game. And looking at the startings from both squads, nag-iba sila ng starting compared to their previous games. For VNS, JV Sumagaysay and RK Medino will start for their squad, while Navy naman will have Marvin Jairami and John Robert Raquiza for their starting lineup.
And with that, Dolor gets the first point here for the Navy Sea Lions.
Greg Dolor scored 7 points during their previous game against Alpha Insurance, all coming from attack points.
Guerra. Chance here for the Sea Lions in the likes of Paulino. And that's going to be 2 consecutive points here for the Sea Lions. Now, Panay, I wanted to ask you, do you think VNS's triple middle rotation gives them an edge at the net? Or like what you said, there has been a shift, there are more wingers here ready to give a different matchup?
Well, definitely, they will still focus on their their blockings, because PGJC Navy is also good in their attacks with a lot of firepower and variations. But so far, the Navy squad has a good start, but that first point will go to the VNS Griffins.
Again, like what Panang said, Sumagaysay is now part of the starting squad here for Coach Ralph Ocampo. They have a 1-win tied to their name, PGJC with none. But both teams want to finish strong here in the Spikers turf. Dolor cross court gets that again, 2 points to his name.
So far, Navy's first option in offense is Greg Dolor. He has a high efficiency whenever he goes for that open or opposite hit. Good first ball.
Battle by the net. Navy unable to save that one. Another point to the VNS. Howard Guerra serving here for the Griffins. Oh, and with the help of the net, that becomes a service ace.
Well, a point is a point. They will take that. We are tied at 3. Take a look at that again. It was not a strong serve. Parang iningatan lang niya yung serve niya na yun and it clipped the tape of the net.
Paneng, do you believe that we're gonna have a long match ahead?
Oh, definitely. Especially like what we mentioned. Both of these teams want to end this conference on a high note.
Guerra to Medino again! Targeting that corner pocket. Another one for VNS.
Well, only one blocker in front of him. Of course, na-targetin na niya yung cross-court at didiin ng palo. Take a look at that above his blocker. Oh,
And Castel gets that with a soft touch.
I thought the set was a bit too high for him, but naabot pa niya yun. And drop ball behind his blockers, and the defense of VNS was too far, waiting for a strong hit from him.
Strong IQ coming from Castel. Guerra will pop it up high. And he gets that on the line.
There was also a block touch. That was a high set on the opposite and a cross-court hit.
Medino jump serve. Kill for that attempt. Guerra to Pedrosa yet again. Now cross-court.
Back-to-back points for Pedrosa.
Team captains taking one for the team on both sides of the court. Take a look at that.
Oh, good serve.
Kill again. Back set to Pedrosa. Blocked by Raquiza. Chats here for Navy.
Oh!
And that won't cut it for Medino. Paulino, correct me.
Missed opportunity for Paulino because that was an open block. But medyo nanggigil siya doon. His attack sailed long.
That's gonna set sail right through the net. That's gonna be another point for PGJC. In the meantime, we're 5 serving 7 here. Paulino serving.
Oh!
Balikan dito ng service ace for the early start of set number 1. If you've just tuned in, we're live also on the Pilipinas Live app and also on One Sports Plus, free to air.
Sayang yun. Miscommunication on the side of Joshua Cruz and RK Medino who will get that first ball.
Guerra to Pedrosa. Paulino was there. Battle by the net. Chance here for Navy. The lure from the pipe.
It was inside. 3-0 run so far for PGJC Navy.
Now we're tied at 7. Paulino with 7 points last match. Guerra to RK. That's gonna sail way too powerful. Make it a 4-0 run for PGJC Navy, and now on top for the first technical timeout.
welcome back. You're still watching the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference 2025 live here at the Paco Arena in Manila. Panang Ayi, the Las Filipinas men's is officially in flight mode as of today as they are headed to Taipei, Taiwan for their training in preparation of the SEA Games 2025 in Thailand this December. The Angelino Frigoni-led team will have a 2-week camp in Taipei, Taiwan and will be heading to Thailand this December 8th. Hence, we will not be seeing action from some players in today's triple header of the Spikers Turf. But Alas Pilipinas Jack Kalingking is here today supporting the national team as he dons the PGJC Navy Sea Lions colors. According to the Libero, he's all geared up and ready kung matawag man ulit, but anytime for the meantime, he looks forward to bringing home pride for the Navy as they seal today's win. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Denise Valdez Sancho. Again, Las Filipinas gearing up for the SEA Games in Thailand. We hope that they have productive training there in Taipei. And we're also excited and hopeful to see if there's going to be a volleyball action coming from Jack Kalingking himself. Now, in the meantime, it's 10-7. We were tied at 7 a while ago, but take a look at that 5-0 run from PGJC Navy right before the timeout. Let's see if their momentum will continue here. No, it wouldn't.
A much-needed point for the VNS Griffins to break the momentum of PGJC Navy, because so far the Sea Lions are having a good run. Cleaner serves, cleaner attacks. And that was a very smart quick hit from Bonjomar Castel, waiting for the hands of his blockers and off the block hit.
Gil taking one for the team here. It's going to be an exchange of points from both sides of the court. We have John Robert Raquiza ready on deck here for the Sea Lions. 11 serving 8. Guerra will choose Pedrosa again. Gonna be a chance here for Navy in the likes of Kiel. Saved by Cruz. Will this be? And that's gonna be a miscommunication. A clear one at that between Delor, Kiel, and their libero.
Yeah, you heard someone from their squad shout, "It's sayang!" Another missed opportunity on their side of the court. Good first ball.
At babawi si Kiel, 2 consecutive points here for him for the Navy.
It all started with a good first ball from their libero na sakong-sakto sa kanilang setter, so he was able to activate his middle attacker again. Hit for tat, quick hits. That one was JV Sumagaysay.
They have been proactive here also, right by the middle. Can you tell me, Baneng, how important is it to activate all sides of the net here, as this is really a door-die match for them?
Well, as much as possible, both squads, nakikita na natin as early as now, activating their middle attackers, because once they have a high-scoring middle attacker, it will change the pace of the game and the blocking positions of their opponents. It will help their wing attackers to have more space, especially pag one blocker na lang meron sila, dahil magkukumit yung middle blocker ng opponent nila sa kanilang middle attacker.
VNS.
That was inside, so another point there for Pedrosa coming from the opposite hit.
We have a total of 7 attack points for both sides of the court, with 2 service errors coming from VNS. But some unforced errors also coming from Navy, but you see them here on a roll. Really a different narrative from their past matches where they really subdued under Alpha.
Well, the difference now is they have better first ball. So a lot of their first balls, sakto-sakto sa setter nila. So their setter was able to set up middle attackers and have quick hits. But same thing lang din sa VNS. We're seeing a lot of quick hits from their middle attackers.
Like what you saw in the replay. Bakil also having the hot hands here for Coach Ralph Campo. Battle by the net. Guerra choosing Medino. And VNS gets that point here. Take a look at this replay.
The block was there, but it sailed out.
Back set.
Oh!
Oh, that's going to be back-to-back points for the VNS Griffins.
That was a double block from Andre Bakil and RK Medino. Take a look at that. Ang bilis ng balik on the side of Navy.
Solid towering block there from the VNS Griffins. 14 all.
Oh,
Oh!
net touch. That was called on PGJC Navy. I think that was Kuramen, if I'm not mistaken.
Set it up for Paulino down the line.
He saw the opening there from the down the line block and targeted that. Take a look at that again.
Like what Paneng said, this is going to be a long game ahead. Thoroughly matched here, neck and neck, 15 all. Medino, saved by Kuramen. Dolor, Paulino, chance here for VNS.
Oh, nice defense. Oh, another chance here for VNS.
Who will end this point? Will it be Pedrosa?
Oh!
Oh, missed opportunity there. Second technical timeout, now it's VNS on top.
Top 5 players ko sa Spikers Turf. Number 1 po si Ben San Andres kasi sobrang close kami ni Ben. Number 2 ko po si Rico Marmeto. Ayun, best friend ko po yun sa Savoj. Number 3 ko po si Owa Cruz. Best friend ko rin po dito yan sa VNS. Number 4 siguro si Josh Ibanez. Sobrang galing ni Josh. And number 5 si Leo Orjales kasi naging teammates ko siya before.
Alam mo, Paneng, gusto ko yung madami siyang best friend. Dapat talaga ganun eh. Meron kang best friends from all members of other teams. That's why we call the Spikers Surf a very big family and community. And also, they're being inspired by others. Kapag naglalaro sila, it's really competition, but also passion at heart, and also friendship afterwards. Now we have Medino again, one of the highest key players here and scorers for VNS, ready to serve. Set it up for Paulino again!
So far, Paulino unstoppable there on the right side for PGJC Navy, giving a lot of problems for the VNS squad, having strong hits on the cross court and even down the line.
Guerra.
That was RK Medino.
We have a substitution here. Paulino taking a back seat. Together with Jairami, we have Jacob. And we have Bancola as well. Entering first-time action here for Coach George Pasqua. That's going to sail out. That's going to be a free point here for the Sea Lions. Santos in as their libero. John Raquiza serving here for the Navy Sea Lions. We're tied at 17 all.
tight set.
Chance here for Delore. Another one here for VNS. Gets it.
But it's
And
outside.
that is outside, but it is going to be challenge, our first ever challenge here for our first game of our triple header here at Paco Arena for a block touch.
I thought the set was too tight, but still, open hitter targeted down the line.
And we'll just see in a while if there was indeed a block touch. On VNS, they pushed crisscross, so 17-15 fifth set. So they do have a lot of potential here for these young players. The score is 17-18 with Navy on top by a single point. Truly a neck-and-neck match here early on this start of set one.
Okay, we're still waiting for the official review.
Again, you're watching the VNS Griffins against the PGJC Navy Sea Lions. Let's take a look at this replay. Was there indeed a block touch? And there wasn't. Wala pong block touch.
So, unsuccessful challenge for the VNS Griffins. But there's still a conversation between one of the players of VNS with the first referee. I think they're clarifying something.
Pero hindi ka pwede mag-insist kasi ano yan eh, misconduct warning yan. Pwede ka na magka-clarify ka lang, huwag ka mag-insist.
Again, Noy Pedrosa, team captain of the VNS Griffins, being called out by the ref to just clarify instead of insist here. Ball play continues. We have John Robert Raquiza ready on deck to serve. 18-17. Guerra to Pedrosa. And that's gonna be a solid block point there for Dolor.
His first block point, was able to read that opposite hit very well because there's nowhere to go for Pedrosa. Timeout here by VNS.
Problema kasi ayaw mo pwestohan yung bola ng maayos. Sina-shortcut mo, basta binabato mo lang ng binabato. Pwestohan mo yung bola ng maayos para maganda yung set. Kumuha muna tayo ng magandang opensa. Kasi kanina pa tayo nanguhula. Nanguhula yung spiker ko sa set. Nanguhula yung mga, lahat nanguhula eh. Wala tayong consistent na atake, lalayo ng lalayo yan eh. Go tayo!
Let's go! Go tayo! Hey, Bilis!
Here we are still in set number one. Again, it's a neck-and-neck battle here. 19 serving 17 with Navy on top just by 2. Coach George Pasqua on your screens. Guerra. Martison with that attempt.
Oh, there was a net touch.
Another unforced error here by the Navy.
Good time out there by Coach Ralph, and we're seeing now double substitution. There's Guerra and Bautista checking in.
Cards are shuffled here for Coach Ralph Ocampo. We have Jimwell Guerra serving here for VNS Griffins. Truly a young squad. What a spark plug for Coach Ralph Ocampo. Fresh legs here from the bench with a service ace.
Take a look at that again. A good target, and it dropped at the end line of PGJC Navy. Back
Oh! That's gonna be a double service ace. Pakamot ulo na lang yung Navy Sea Lions with that back-to-back ace.
Off the bench, delivering quick 2 points for their squad. Over.
Narinig ko dito, gera na daw talaga.
First ball was too near the net or going over ball already, and the setter of PGJC Navy Bangkola trying to get that ball, but reaching beyond was called on their squad.
Take a look at the 4-0 run by VNS. Can they cut it? And they do for Bangkola. Cuts the momentum of the VNS Griffins of that 4-0 run. Take a look at this.
Setting up his middle attacker, that was Peter Kiel.
Oh! Another solid block here. Now coming from Coramin.
Bantay niya doon si JV when he went for that quick hit. We're tied at 21.
Di kita ng laban dito.
Oh!
Truly fresh legs, quality minutes coming from off the bench here.
That was Bautista who went for that open hit.
Miray back in. Martison out. Maganda ang pagbalasa dito ng mga baraha ni Coach Ralph.
Chance for VNS.
Bautista again. That's going to be blocked. Now chance here for Medino. That's going to sail out. But we're going to have another challenge here.
Oh, they will challenge net fault. Gumalaw nga yung net after that opposite hit, but we don't know if it's because of the ball or the blockers.
Again, this is going to be the second challenge of our set number 1. We are tied at 22, kaya napaka-impactful na magiging resulta ng ating challenge because, again, both teams are 3 points away from grappling set number 1 and having a set victory to their name. Let's take a look at this replay. Meron po bang net touch? Net
Oh.
for all. And clear as day.
There was a net touch, but Captain Greg Dolores clarifying something with the first referee.
Ano yun, sir? Ang ano na...
We'll have the line refs discuss regarding that last sequence. Has Captain Greg Delore clarified something?
Our first referee, Ryan Corpus, is having a conversation here with the second referee, Daniel Palada. They're clarifying something about that last sequence.
Again, as they're discussing, it's really an important point.
Yes, it is.
Because again, Navy's point will be replayed, right, Paneng? And they're not going to be tied at 22.
Kasi ano yun eh, sa taas naman yun eh. Pagkatas nito, aminin ko na kanina ito, taas nito.
Kaya nung sir, wala tayong ano, wala kasi tayong split camera para makita kung ano yung gusto ko.
Sa line. May challenge sa line dun eh. May kita yun dun.
Ganoon na lang, sir. I-ano na lang natin, explain naman natin na challenge is talagang net siya. Hindi kasi natin pwedeng pakita yung, wala tayong split camera.
Kasi late na yung taas net eh. Pagbagsak na, pagbubuhay sa baba.
Okay na yun, sir. Okay. So net ang ano dito, sir, ang Navy, sir. No?
So the point will stay with the VNS Griffins. I think Greg Dolor was clarifying with the first referee that there was, yes, indeed a net fault, but the ball dropped first on their side. That was called outside. But timeout here called by Coach George Pascua.
Ano lang naman yun eh. Importante magawa nyo ng paraan. Okay? Hindi naghahabol tayo o naging error tayo. Kapitan nyo lang. Hindi pa naman tapos yun. Ha? Go!
Tara! Isang pasa. Navy!
Back inside the ball game, we had a long, hefty discussion regarding that last sequence where team captain Greg Dolor wanted to clarify things with our first referee, but again, the point stays with the VNS here at 23-21, 2 points away from grappling set number 1. But let's see how Dolor and the rest of his squad will do their best to halt the Griffins. But again, we are talking about the spark plugs here of Coach Ralph Ocampo and the likes of Bautista.
Oh, another timeout here called by Coach George Pascua. VNS is now at set point.
Kung di tayo pupuntos, kung di kayo marireceive, useless din, di ba? So, kunin nyo muna sa receive, then focus kayo sa atake. Okay? Let's go.
Go.
Ulit.
PGJC!
Navy!
We're starting from ground zero, talking about receive. Because right now, VNS Griffins are at set point. So tingnan natin kung kaya ba nilang pigilan ang VNS Griffins here for set number 1.
Oh, a tight one. Chance here given for VNS.
And Medino with that drop ball seals the deal here for set number 1.
Hindi na kailangan ng malakas na palo, just a strong and fast drop ball, waiting for the hands of the blockers for getting that point, and they're now up by 1 set, getting this 25-21.
Welcome back here in the Paco Arena, Manila for the Spiker Surf Invitational Conference. VNS Griffins dominated over the Navy Sea Lions, and it's not even the starters only did the magic. We had the spark plugs coming off the bench. Let's take a look at the set 1 highlights.
So this is a very good start for the VNS Griffins. Actually, ang ganda ng start ng both squads. Isahan lang tayo. It was really close. Not until the latter part of that set where Coach Ralph Ocampo, ang dami na niya naging subs. Like si Guerra and si Bautista, with Guerra actually changing the pace of the game because he scored 3 service aces for that latter part of the set. And looking at the statistics, VNS already has 16 attack points and 1 kill block and 3 service aces.
doon nahirapan yung PGJC Navy because ang ganda nung serves ng VNS, well-targeted, loaded serves, kaya nawala yung receive ng PGJC Navy. Nahirapan sila makakuha ng set plays and even basic na setups na on the open hit or opposite, nawala because naging hindi ganon kaganda yung first balls nila. Though they were able to limit their errors to only 5 errors, but still it was not enough to get that first set win. And it belonged to VNS Griffin also because they had more consistent set plays and well-targeted serves.
Great shuffling of cards also by Coach Ralph Ocampo. Now set 2 is underway. Titingnan natin kung paano mababawi ang PGJC Navy Sea Lions, as indeed they really are hungry to get their first set victory here in the Spiker Surf Conference. Jacob in, Dolor in for the Navy Sea Lions. If we're gonna take a look at the other side of the court, we have Sumagaysay, Medino, Pedrosa here, right at the front. Now noise at the back. Set 2 is underway here for more intense action where power meets passion here at the Spiker Surf Invitational Conference. Again, if you are just watching right now, this is day 9, final day of the preliminaries. And both teams geared out of the semifinals, but are really hungry to get this victory to end their conference on a great note. Guerra, Tonoy Pedrosa. Net touch, but
The net touch is called on the middle blocker of PGJC Navy.
at umamin si Sumagaysay to continue the ball game here, speed things up. It's a lot quicker and speedier when there's honesty here in the game.
That's right.
Guerra to Medino. Chance here for Navy. From the pipe.
That was Kimi Liray. I think that was his first pipe attack. And coming off from a triple block pa, but there was a check ball on Kuramin.
Liray has been a bit quiet in set number 1. Let's take a look at the power that he is ready to give. But on the other side of the court, babawi si Kuramin here for Navy. Dolor, jump serve. Guerra will choose Pedrosa. Blocked. Battle by the net here. Another chance for the Griffins. Pedrosa again.
Oh, it was called inside by our first referee and awarded the point to VNS.
We have another challenge, and yes, we will. It's ball in or ball out. Because in the eyes of our referee, it was called in, but the entire Navy squad is calling it out.
Also, the lines judge from that side of the court also called it outside.
This is going to be the third challenge of our entire match. First one here for set number 2. The score is just tied at 2-all.
Kaka-start pa lang ng second set natin, may challenge na.
Ano ba ang nakita sa video?
Oh, and it's in.
Unsuccessful challenge there clearly by PGJC Navy, leaving them only one challenge card left for the rest of the set. The point will stay with the VNS Griffins. We're tied at 2 points.
At mabilis ang pagbawi. Back-to-back points also coming from Kuramin here for the Navy side. You see everybody bouncing back as quickly as possible from the last sequence. Everybody eager to get that next point.
Oh, good set.
Again at Medino.
That was John Jacob for the kill block. I thought it was a good set because there was only one blocker left for Medino, but Jacob was able to read that very well. The cross-court hit, giving them the kill block after that sequence.
Gera to Pedrosa. Cross court! Slip through the hands of team captain Dolor.
Miscommunication between him and Jairami on who will get that cross-court hit. Dahil sakto sa gitna nila, dumaan yung bola.
RK serving for the Griffins.
Good set.
Popped up for Paulino. And that's going to be wasted. That ball is going to be out. We're tied at 4 here for set number 2. Medino serving. Jairami will choose Jacob, and that's going to be a solid block point.
That was Kimi Liray who got that kill block. Take a look at that again. Good timing on the block. Oh, good defense.
Chance here for Pedrosa.
Oh.
That's going to sail through the net. 3-point here for PGJC Navy.
I think he mistimed his approach. Ang baba ng daan ng bola.
Di kita ng puntos dito sa set number 2. We have Jacob serving for the Navy. Tied at 5-all. Gives a 3-point here for VNS. Andre Bakil serving for VNS. 1-2 play.
Oh, net touch.
Net touch.
Called on Jairami when he went for that 1-2 play. Oh, there's a challenge.
And they're gonna spend the last challenge card here, Paning, for this net fault challenge. Second one at that, and we are just at the 7-point for VNS, 5th for Navy. If we're gonna take a look at their past matches, 3 straight set losses. Navy against Alpha, VNS against FEU. Both really want to get this set victory in this entire match. Again, initially we thought that it was called on Jairami for that 1-2 play. But now they're challenging for a net fault. Oh, clear as day here.
Yeah. Tip the fingers, clip the tape of the net, which means no more challenge card left for the PGJC Navy for the rest of the set.
Bakil serving. Jairami will choose Kiel. Jairami to Kiel yet again. Covered Pedrosa. Dolor was there. Back set.
Too low for the back set.
Chance here for the Griffins in the likes of Liray.
Got that point. Targeting cross-court. It was a long ball for Kimi Liray, giving them a 3-point advantage for this first technical timeout. We are 8-5.
You're still watching the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference 2025 live here all the way from Paco Arena at the heart of Manila. Ayi Paneng, we officially welcome back VNS Griffin JV Sumagaysay, who came late in the conference. This is just his second game. The middle blocker had to sit out most of their games after suffering from a left knee injury he obtained from training. May panghihinayang dahil nagtitraining na siya for a month with the team prior to the conference, but he suddenly felt pain in his left knee. In his own words, "I'm slowly getting back, may kaunting ilang pa." But being the eldest of the bunch, malaki raw yung tiwala niya sa mga bata at doon sa eagerness nilang makuha yung panalo. Paneng, Alexis?
Thank you very much, Denise. We love to see players back in track for the court. Glad to see him healthy and thriving here for our Spikers Turf. New season, bigger stories. Aces returns for Season 2 only on the Pilipinas Live app. Download and register now and stream all Pilipinas Live originals anytime, anywhere, on any device.
Right on cue. Talking about JV Sumagaysay, he saw that over ball. And during their previous game, he scored 4 points and he came in later that game, no third set na, but he scored 4 points for that game.
Glad to see him back here in full form. Now VNS on top with 3 points of a cushion here. We have Mark Paulino serving for Navy. Guerra, 1-2 play there. Attempt. Chance for Dolor. Cross court. Gets that one for the squad.
Greg Dolor saw that open on the cross court. Bantay na bantay ng blockers ng VNS yung down the line, but a huge space there. Cross court, hindi na nabantayan yun ng defense on the floor ng VNS.
Oh, and that's gonna sail way too powerful. That's gonna be another free point here for the Navy. And if we're talking about errors, dikitan lang din ang kanilang unforced errors for the past set. So indeed, it's gonna be impactful here dahil nga we're on a neck-and-neck battle. 8 serving 9.
During the first set, VNS got 6 errors while Navy got 5 errors. But so far, wala pa tayo sa kalagitnaan na second set and we're seeing some errors na, unforced errors from both squads.
Covered. Chance here for Liray. Cross court. Nandun na si Dolor. Chance here for Greg. Blocked.
Oh, good save.
Good save by Santos there. Guerra.
Oh, too low.
Will choose Medino. Now chance for Kiel. Battled by the net. Longest rally so far here. Will Dolor end things? Blocked by Pedrosa. Still alive.
Another chance given here for VNS.
Guerra will choose Pedrosa. And that is checked.
After that long rally, Pedrosa targeted that cross court because there was only one blocker in front of him. Sumabay yung middle blocker ng Navy kay JV Sumagaysay when he went for that quick approach.
Not a great save though by Santos, keeping that rally alive. That's going to be another unforced error, giving way here to VNS.
And there was no block touch. His middle attack sailed long.
11 serving 8, VNS on top. Jairami will choose Dolor. Oh, and he gets that one for his team.
Finally getting a point there off the block. That was Greg Dolor targeting down the line.
Guerra to Liray, and that's gonna sail way too powerful again for Kimi. Lack of wrist action there, too much power. Now cutting the lead to just a single point. We might close the Paco Arena down, hindi na makalaro yung dalawang matchups natin for later. Di kita ng puntos here, Paulino will try. Guerra, now from the pipe, another one at the battle. It will sail through the net. Exchange of free points.
I think the set was too low for Medino when he went for that pipe attack.
Liray. Payong na payong dito sa Navy. Take a look at this replay.
That was Kuramen and Hairami who went for that double block. Substitution here for the side of VNS. It's Martishon checking in for Limi Kiray.
Hairami will choose Jacob. Guerra to Martishon. Fresh legs here for Coach Ralph Capo.
Yeah, correcting myself because napaghalo ko yung pangalan ni Kimi Liray. Sabi ko, Kiray Limi. So that was Martishon checking in for Liray. And off the bench, getting his first point for this second set.
Everybody eager here coming from the bench. Heated up here for this set number 2. Hairami kneeling set to Dolor and gets that. And now, Navy gets the lead here for the first time here in set number 2. Just by a single point, but a lead is a lead. Hairami serving.
Oh,
And ball is kept alive with that specialized drop ball. Tinawa na lang dito ni Jacob. But there's going to be a challenge for that last sequence, reaching beyond for that drop ball of Jacob on the side of Navy. This is going to be the first challenge called by Coach Ralph. On the side of the Griffins, again, ubus na po ang challenge cards ng Sea Lions for this set. And it's a reaching beyond challenge. And clear as day. Walang reaching beyond. Naganap here for
to the point will stay with PGJC Navy. Unsuccessful challenge by VNS, leaving them with only one challenge card left for the rest of the second set.
service error. That's going to tie them up here at 13 points for set number 2. Slower pace here for this second set, given all the unforced errors and the 3 challenges that occurred within these early minutes. Sumagaysay serving. Hairami will choose Dolor down the line, and he gets that point.
Quick side out for Navy. Kanina sila yung humahabol sa lamang ng VNS, but this time maintaining this 2-point lead.
One-two play attempt. Chance here for the Griffins. Guerra will choose Pedrosa. Dolor saves that one, but it's unsavable. That's going to be a point for the VNS Griffins.
We're seeing a lot of sets for Pedrosa of the VNS Griffins.
Dolor will now take a back seat. Malabanan will enter first-time action here for Coach George Pascua. Let's see if the shuffling of cards can switch things up a bit. Again, PGJC Navy still on top just by a single cushion. Hairami to Kuramen.
Oh,
2 touches on the side of Navy.
Pag tumawid kasi,
Gonna clarify things. Coach George Pascua also entering the discussion here, contesting that last point.
Yes po, yes po.
so the point will be replayed. It will not be awarded to VNS. I think it was a wrong call by our first referee previously. Okay, no point will be awarded. We're tied at 15.
Both teams got to clarify with the line ref. Pedrosa still entering discussion here.
First ball, first ball.
Okay, 14 serving, 15. VNS on deck to serve. That's Howard Guerra.
Combination play. Ball is kept in play here, and it's gonna be Navy's point. We're gonna have a timeout here called by Coach Ralph Basco.
Ang top 5 players ko sa Tigers Turf is una si Brian Bagunas, siya talaga nagdala sa Team Alas Pilipinas. Then next is si Mark Espejo, siya na talaga yung isang muka sa men's volleyball ng Pilipinas. Pangatlo is si Ranran Abdilla, sobrang na-amaze ako sa kanya and na-motivate ako para magtuloy-tuloy mag-volleyball player. Number 4 is si JR Labrador, nakaka-miss talaga siya. Number 5 is hindi mawawala si Kuya Jesse Lopez.
It's inspiring to see our veterans being inspired by other players even younger than him in his batch. We see Espejo also being the face of volleyball, Bagunas being the dominant one in Alas, and also his ex-players from the Air Force. It's still a one-point game here for set number 2, again at a slower pace. Halted by challenge upon challenge, but again, ball game is still tight.
Over ball. Oh! Back-to-back points for VNS. We're tied at 16 after that second technical timeout. Take a look at that again. A good serve from Medino. Over ball, and Pedrosa was ready. A service error. Free point given to PGJC Navy.
Substitution here. We have Hope out, Bangkola in, Kairami out, Onra in. Now a different set of players here for Coach George Pasqua. Again, we have Malabanan also instead of Delor. So the only one who's stuck here since set number 1 is Paulino Inquiel. Quick one for Bakil has been thoroughly activated here in the middle. Has been efficient here for Guerra. 17 all. Chance here again. Oh! What a solid hit by Mark Paulino.
Again, targeting down the line. I think that is one of his strengths. Seeing that opening on the block.
He has been hitting that since the first set. This is going to be a chance for the Sea Lions and the likes of Malabanan. But ball is kept in play now. Chance here for Pedrosa cross court. Another chance for Kiel by the middle. Ball is popped up. Now to Martishon.
Oh!
Gets that one for the VNS squad.
Targeting cross court and long ball. Martishon very efficient there on the left side of VNS. This is Bautista and Guerra checking in once again for VNS.
Magic bunot. Panay.
Yes, sila yung magic bunot ni Coach Ralph during the first set.
Set it up for Kiel. Now for Bautista!
It's the magic duo of Bautista and Guerra for Coach Ralph Ocampo. Again, delivering their first point of the second set. Take a look at that again.
Standing ovation here for their fresh legs off the bench. Again, a triple service ace coming from Guerra off the bench, and back-to-back points here for Bautista, which sailed it up for their set 1 win. Pero mabawi ng puntos dito on the side for PGJC Navy. Still a 1-point game here for set 2. Kiel serving. Guerra to Bautista.
Oh!
Gonna be a missed attack. That's gonna be another free point. Back-to-back 3 points here for the Navy.
But kung pumasok yung drop ball na yun ni Bautista behind the blockers, mahihirapan ng Navy dahil yung position nila ang layo.
Good intention. Ball is out.
Back-to-back attack errors by VNS. That was 2 free points given to PGJC Navy.
Guerra will choose Bautista yet again.
Oh, that was a tough one. He used his left hand for that open hit, but still was able to convert it into a point. Take a look at that again.
Off the block. Partition now serving.
Service error.
Costly one at that, bringing Navy to 22 markers. Now we're going to have a sub again. Hairami back. And Hakob. Honra. And Bangkola taking a back seat for Coach George Pasqua. 3 points away. Hopefully for getting their set of victory here. But VNS is still here on the rise to defend their name. Hairami serving here for Navy. Oh, and that ball is checked. Yun nga yung attempt ni Bautista a while ago on the opposite side of the pin. Now it works for VNS.
They only need 1 point now to tie things up. JV Sumagaysay on deck to serve for VNS.
21 serving 22. Hairami will choose the lob across court, fresh from the bench. Thoroughly rested, they're ready to power up na dito sa ating PGJC Navy Lions. We have a timeout.
Nung kalaban nyo eh. Basta talon kayo ng talon, tapos tawa pa kayo ng tawa.
Go, 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 go.
Dalawa lang yun, no? Sa magandang receive, tapos...
Sige, kami mapasa, kami mapasa, kami mapasa.
Wait!
Coach Ralph Ocampo, a bit frustrated for those last sequences. Again, he has a young squad under his realm, so there's a bit of a giddy emotion coming to the court. Meron talagang kulit ang VNS Griffins. They're known for that, actually.
But minsan, nakakawala rin sa focus yung ganun if you're a bit too giddy.
You're right. Let's see if they can take things more seriously here. Battle by the net. This is going to be a chance for the VNS Griffins.
Good set. Oh! Missed opportunity for VNS.
And again, Hope has been ever so present here right by the net since early on.
Good anticipation from him.
Presence of mind ng kalaban nila dito sa PGJC Navy. And just because of that, they are now at set point. Team captain, Greg Delor, serving for the Sea Lions. That's going to be an ace. And they finally seal the deal here. It's going to be an extended match, Panay.
That's right. At least 4 sets. Or who knows, mag 5 sets pa tayo ngayon.
And we're all here for it because again, this is pride at stake for the Spikers Serve Invitational Conference. Final day of preliminaries. The score is 25-21, 21-25. Nagkapalitan ng puntos. We'll be back here for set 3 action.
If we ever broke up, I'd never be sad. Think about everything I thought we had. If we ever broke up.
And there you have it. After all the dancing, it's 25-21, 21-25. We are ready for set 3 action. It has been a different narrative for set number 2. Let's take a look at the highlights as PGJC Navy dominated all set through.
Well, both squads actually started very well during the second set, but not until errors were committed by the side of VNS. They were up by as much as 4 points, but because of their errors, PGJC Navy grabbed those opportunity to have more set plays and be more aggressive with their attacks. But looking at the statistics for that second set, VNS actually had 15 attack points compared to 10 of PGJC Navy. But the big difference for that set is the errors, because VNS almost doubled their errors during the first set and committed 11 errors for the second set. And from those 11 errors, 8 were attack errors. It was either not over the block or under the net or outside. So that was just a lot for VNS. And of course, PGJC Navy needed that win for the second set to extend this match. And also attack efficiency for both squads. VNS was able to convert 15 attack points out of 44 attempts, but Navy actually had lesser with 10 attack points from 35 attempts. But still, the big difference was VNS error.
Again, the ball is round because in the first set it was a VNS, and followed by that it's the Navy. Now the 2025 NBA Emirates Cup is here on Signal. Watch the action this November to December on NBA TV, Philippines and Pilipinas Live. And just like a while ago, alam mo, gusto ko talaga paning kapag nakakita ka ng mga TikToks from the players, because you see, they are multi-talented also off the court and also the community that they have. Kasi meron pa silang time mag-TikTok sa gitna ng training.
Kahit gaano kapagod sa training.
Yeah.
Pampatanggal daw ng pagod niya sa ating mga players.
Kung yung power nandito sa Spikers Turf, yung passion nandun sa dancing. And here we are. Set 3 is underway. And again, this is gonna be an important set to see who's going to dominate 2 times through, as they've got 1 set to their name each. Change of courts, we have VNS on the right and Navy on the left.
Leading scorers for both squads. It starts with Navy with Greg Dolor, 10 points. Paulino and Coramen each has 5 points, and Kiel has 4 points. But on the side of VNS, Pedrosa is their leading scorer with 9 points, and followed by Medino with 7 points, and Bautista with 5 points. So far, no double-digit scorers for VNS just yet, but we are at third set.
Lura.
Oh, nice pancake save.
And we're gonna have a challenge!
I know! Wala pa tayong first point for the third set, but the bell rang already.
Floor touch contested here with the pancake save. Am I right, Panay?
That's right. They're going to challenge that pancake save by the libero of VNS. That's Joshua Cruz.
Again, this is the initial start of set number 3. We have 1 set victory tied to both teams at 1-1. We're going to have an extended match, but we do not know yet if it's going to be a 4th or a 5th set grueling match. Again, both sides are very eager to get this victory to end their conference on a high note, worthy of celebrating despite not being able to push it through the semi-finals. And if you're just watching right now, you do not need to worry. This is just the first match of your triple header this Sunday. Tingnan natin kung meron bang floor touch with this pancake save from Owa Cruz. You're highly anticipating this video to play.
But our officials called Coach Ralph Ocampo near to the screen. And a successful challenge for PGJC Navy. It was indeed a floor touch.
Ito, kapansin natin dito kay Coach George Masco. Kahit gaano pa kaaga yan, kung gusto niyo ng challenge, i-challenge niya. And right now, it's a statement point from that challenge because Navy gets this first point for set number 3. Guerra to Pedrosa, gonna be blocked there. Another chance now for Liray. Cross court, still alive. Dolor! Bautista was there, but it's gonna be unsavable. It's gonna be 2 straight points here for the Sea Lions.
But a good effort there by VNS. Yun nga lang, walang support on who will get that third touch.
Put it up. Gonna be a chance here for the Sea Lions.
Oh, too low. That was Coramen who went for that quick hit.
Too low. Look of frustration here coming from Coramen. 1 serving 2, Sumagaysay serving here for VNS. Kairami combination play there for Greg. Too quick for Bautista.
He delayed his set, waiting for the approach of his middle attacker. Convincingly na para isa-set niya sa slide attack, but found Greg Dolor there on the opposite. Na late na yung positions ng blockers ng VNS.
Descending decoys there. Bakil. And that 1-2 play will work here for this middle, who contributed 4 points for their last set. Guerra.
That was outside.
And as early as now, I will be counting the unforced errors of VNS, as indeed they produced 11 last set, giving away even if they actually dominated in attack points. Guerra to Liray. And finally, they get it here. That's a point of redemption for the Griffins.
And a quick side out for their squad, not giving chance to PGJC Navy to have more points away from them.
Cutting the lead closer here. That's going to be a solid block point, supposedly. But that's going to sail out. May onting swag pa si Bautista in the middle of that sequence. We're tied at 4-all here. Kimi Liray serving for VNS.
Good check.
Trying to seal this as quickly as possible. Ayan na. Kasi dinoble niya yung swag kasi yung kanina mid-game, mid-rally. Now he got to end things through here. Let's take a look at this replay.
And he started for VNS for this set. Compared to first two sets off the bench itong si Bautista.
Given a solid performance for the latter part of set 1 and set 2. And that was unsavable on the side of Owa Cruz. Maganda kita na naman ang ating puntos here. We are tied at 5. Jacob will be serving for the Navy. Get up, Bautista! But that is going to sail out. Lack of wrist action there. Napasori na lang siya.
I think masyado niyang iniwas sa blockers yung open hit niya na yun.
1 attack, 2 blocks, 3 points. Guerra will choose Bakil again. Bakil has been ever so efficient here. Right by the net. Silent killer.
Silent killer indeed. Hindi na niya nilalakasan yung palo niya because kahit may makita siyang open space dyan sa defense ng Navy, quick drop ball will work for him.
From the pipe, Bautista saves that one. Ever so high up. Pedrosa puts it over to the other side. Chance here for Kiel. Bautista again. Jacob was there. Pop it up for Paulino. And take a look at this. Line refs are going to discuss that last sequence. And it will be awarded to the Navy.
But BNS will challenge. They will challenge that last play with block touch because our lines judge called there was a block touch.
This is going to be the second challenge of Coach Ralph Ocampo on the side of VNS. If you are watching, this is set number 3 already for Navy against VNS. 1 set tied to their name each. And they're hoping to extend this to a set number 4. Probably a set number 5. Let's take a look if there was indeed a block touch. And there was.
I think it was called on the elbow of one of the blockers of VNS.
Yun yung nakita din sa challenge natin. Yung pinakita natin.
Our first referee whistled.
Ball will still be awarded to Navy. Bautista with that quick to redeem things through here for VNS. To cut the tension. Keep the ball game moving forward. Here we are tied at 7. Now it's team captain Moy Pedrosa. Will be doing the serving here for the Griffins. Tied at 7. Irami will choose the Lord! Right at the center of the donut hole, Owa Cruz was unable to save that one. And we have here our timeout.
Live all the way from Paco Arena here in Manila, you're still watching the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference 2025. Now, Paneng, Alexis heading into their last game of the conference. PGJC Navy team captain Greg Dolores still wonders what seems to be the missing piece for his crew. But safe to say, they're slowly finding that in this match. A veteran in his field, Dolores gives credit to the big improvement of their rookies, one of which is Abdul Bangkola, who played for the first time in their match against Savoch. Not only did the setter achieve his dreams of playing with the pros, he's also one step closer to being part of the force. Still in college as of the moment, Abdul did not take the opportunity for granted once he heard about the Navy's tryouts this conference. And now, he not only wishes to succeed in the game of volleyball, but also as a uniformed personal one day. Back to you, Alexis and Paneng.
Thank you very much, Denise. It's such a dream to be able to play your passion and also be part of the uniform personnel. Right here, where dreams are actually made true at the Spikers Turf. Now, the first ever FIFA Futsal Women's World Cup is happening from November 21 to December 7 at the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City. Visit FIFA.com/tickets for more details, or you can watch it live via Pilipinas Live app, One Sports Plus, and RPTV. We are tied at 8 here after the technical timeout, and this challenge called out. Unsuccessful here for the Sea Lions.
Oh, it was a successful challenge. The Sea Lions was the one who called for that challenge.
Dolor will pass things through. Chance here for Bautista again.
With the swag.
Another swag out here.
I love that turn from Bautista. After getting that point, take a look at that again.
Well-deserved post there from Bautista. Has been proactive here for Coach Ralph Ocampo. Again, he was called on off from the bench for set number 1 and has been playing quite well here until set 3. That's going to be a solid block point coming from Kimi Liray.
Back-to-back points for VNS. That was just him one-on-one there with Kuramen when he went for that slide attack.
Bautista serving. Jacob to Dolor. Guerra. 1-2 play there from Sumagaysay.
Just behind the blockers, tipping that ball over. Take a look at that again. It was a high set, but still was able to find that campfire in PGJC Navy.
6 attacks already here coming from the bench. Now a starter at set number 3, the likes of Bautista.
Good check.
Chance here for Liray, powering it through for the corner pocket here. VNS getting another point there.
Good set from Bautista and a finish there by Liray. Cross-court hit. VNS now up by 2 points.
Was that going to be a service ace? No, it's not. Ball is kept alive. Chance here for the Griffins. Guerra will choose Sumagaysay again. 1-2 attempt. Jairami now to Dolor. Powering it through for the Navy.
And that was a good check from the blockers of VNS, but there was no solid support from the floor of the Griffins.
It's 10 serving 11 in the meantime. Hairami serving. Guerra will choose Liray. Blocked. Second attempt here. Stronger one at that. Through the blockers.
Liray is unstoppable here for the third set. Yung first attempt niya, hininaan lang niya yung palo because he saw na naka-establish na yung blockers ng Navy. But during his second attempt, dun na niya pinalo ng malakas off the block, getting that 12 point for VNS.
Babalikan naman sila ng team captain ng PGJC Navy in the name of Greg Dolor. We have a switch of liberos here for the Sea Lions.
Good down the line hit there by Greg Dolor.
Guerra to Liray again. Paulino gets that one for Navy. That's going to be back-to-back points here for the Sea Lions.
It was off the block and it hit the antenna.
We're tied here at 12 with Greg Dolor with 11 attacks, 1 service ace, and 12 points. Back set here to Pedrosa. Blocked by Paulino. An attempt there by Bakil. Now for Liray. Gets that off the block here for VNS, cutting that momentum of the Sea Lions.
That was Liray targeting cross-court. Tumama dun sa braso ng blocker ng Navy. Kaya yun yung mga mahirap na depensahan on the floor pag off the block hits.
That's new. Power coming from Jacob. Kanina pa nagpa-power through si Liray. Jacob again!
Oh, a net touch is called on VNS. Who could it be? It was Liray and Bakil who went for the block on the opposite hit of Jacob.
This is going to be the third challenge, Paneng.
We're seeing a lot of challenge since the start of this game.
Because again, this is going to be a win that will be tied to their name at the last day of our preliminaries here. These two teams might not have sailed smoothly all throughout the conference and pushed through the semifinals, but they want to end it with a good campaign. Iba pa rin kapag uuwi sila ng may panalo.
That's right, and we did mention that we will expect high-intensity match with a lot of heart and fight till the very last point. And first point pa lang ng third set, may challenge na tayo eh.
0-0 pa lang. And we are all here for it. There was all power here coming from Liray and Dolor on opposite sides of the court. Nandito naman tayo sa passion. And ang passion dito for today's video is ang ating challenges back-to-back here for our third set. Let's take a look if there was a net touch. And meron nga.
Yeah. There is one of the blockers committed that net fault. But minsan hindi na natin nararamdaman eh na pag mabilis yung balikan ng bola, hindi mo na alam kung yung braso mo ba yung tumama or yung bola.
You're right. And kung hindi naman talaga nag-shake yung entire nakitang-kita natin dito sa harap. Era back set to Pedrosa. Taking that one in, redeeming things through for VNS after that unsuccessful challenge. Now they're up by a single point.
Yeah, binabantay na ng blockers ng Navy si Liray. But that's why two blockers went for him and a good decision to set it on the opposite to Pedrosa. But Jacob, very efficient there, the opposite side for PGJC Navy.
If you noticed, Paneng, he was attacking ever so minutely for the last sets. Parang ano lang, mga soft, mga drop. Ngayon, nandun na yung power din eh. Kasi kita natin, nag-iiba na rin ang gears ng game here. It's getting more and more intense. Even here at the net with that one-on-one with Bakil and Kiel.
I think the set was too low for Bakil. Didn't have enough space to extend those arms for a quick hit. So far, leading scorers for both squads. Dolor with 15 points and Pedrosa naman for VNS with 10 points.
Naglalakasan ng mga palo dito. That is going to be a solid block point from Mark Paulino on the side of Navy. And here for the second technical timeout, it's still Navy on top.
Kalimutan ko yung lyrics Just the Way You Are by Bruno Mars. There's not a thing that I would change, 'cause you're amazing, just the way you are.
We're still back here at the Paco Arena in the heart of Manila. It's raining cats and dogs outside. We're hoping everybody's safe here, especially post-typhoon. Ball is kept in play here. Bautista tried to end things through. That's gonna be a free point for PGJC, but I smell another challenge coming through.
And you're right, we will have a footfall challenge called by the coaches of VNS after that Bautista open hit.
Again, the score is 17-14 with a 3-point cushion of the PGJC Navy Sea Lions. Again, they also got set number 2 under them and the first set under VNS. We're nearing the latter part of set 3, but it has been a grueling third set for all of us here viewers, as maybe we've got a total of 5 challenges here for this entire set. Let's take a look at the center line fault. Meron nga po umapak.
Yep. Unsuccessful challenge by Coach Ralph Ocampo. There was indeed a foot fault committed by Bautista.
Nawawa na lang si Bautista.
So the point will go to PGJC Navy. They're up by 3 points. Jacob on deck to serve.
What a strong serve. Get out to Pedrosa. Take a look at that towering block of Peter Kiel on the likes.
The blockings of PGJC Navy is working well for this third set. That will force a timeout by Coach Ralph because his squad is down by 4 points.
Yan, wala kayong focus sa game. Nakakapagharutan pa nga kayo eh. Tapos sa game, ganito ginagawa nyo.
Hey, Beres!
Win!
At hindi nga spike the mic ngayon eh, di ba? Or off the reels tayo. This is game time. Coach Ralph is calling in for more focus here on the side of the Griffins, because as much as they're having fun, Navy is also having fun on the other side of the court, as they have a 4-point cushion as of the moment.
So far, Jacob has 4 points coming from 2 attacks and 2 blocks.
Era will choose Noy. Softer.
Chance here for VNS.
Pedrosa, stronger one! Jacob wasn't able to save that one. Redeeming things through. Binabawi nila yung kakulitan sa kanilang power. Take a look at this.
But good cross-court hit there for Pedroso. Double substitution for PGJC Navy.
Bangcola and Onra. Right back here for Coach George Pasco. And just like what our correspondent Denise Valdez-Sanchez said, Abdul Bangcola is actually really excited as he is in the process of also being a uniform personnel. So he doesn't just get to play here in the Spikers turf, he's also going to be a Navy man. And that's going to be called. That's going to be a free point for the Griffins.
Yeah, because the ball is already on the side of VNS and ginawa na ng paraan yun ni Bangcola. But that's an error.
Guerra, which was Liray from the pipe. Ball is checked here.
That was his first pipe attack for this third set. Take a look at that again. A good timing and a good hang time from Liray and targeting that cross court. Timeout here by Navy. Kanina lamang sila as much as 4 points. Ngayon, isa na lang ang lamang.
Iba to ka na dun. Nandito na yung dalawang blocker mo eh. So, ibig sabihin, single na lang yung nandun. So, titingin din sa middle blocker. Doon ang atake natin. Dito nyo kunin ang receive. Ngayon, nakita mo overball, bitawan mo, kaysa kukunin mo, hindi violation ka. Pabayaan mo sila yung mag-violation na magpuput ng violation, di ba? So, hindi natin pwedeng isisi doon kasi nangyari na eh. So, going na ng parang. Let's go. Apat yung labang natin. Tingnan nyo. Maybe.
Like what Coach George Pasco said, apat yung lamang nila kanina. It was such a big cushion. Now it's down to 1. Let's see if they can recalibrate here and protect their lead. We're almost nearing set 3, Penang. Oh, with the help of the net. Bangcola will set it up for Paulino, and that
was
ball is
outside.
not going to be out.
4-0 run here by VNS. We're tied at 18.
Tight set match here. Bakil serving. Bangcola.
That was Honra with an off-the-block hit on the left side of PGJC Navy. A much-needed point for their squad to cut the momentum of VNS.
Fresh legs there coming off the bench. We have Paulino serving here for the Navy. Still with a 1-point lead here. 19 serving 18. Cruz will pop it up for Bautista. Nobody there. Gonna have it easy here for the Griffins.
A good set from their libero and a finish by Bautista on top of the blockers.
Nandito na naman si Guerra.
Service specialist also for their squad.
I was gonna say, will he be an automatic service specialist given the 3 service aces he gave last set? Bangcola to Onra. Andino will put it up, and that's gonna be a solid miscommunication here. And they will need to recalibrate, recompose themselves here. A bit of tension on the side of the VNS Griffins. It's a single-point lead here for Navy. Oh! At hindi yun gagana para kay RK Medino. Because there was a net touch called by the referees.
It was called on RK Medino because the set was a bit too tight and he landed on the net.
Ball game continues here.
Service ace there. That's a Peter Kell. Timeout, VNS.
Ano papunta sa main net? Pwestohan niyo muna yung bola bago niyo iba to. Pinractice yun. Iba yung ginagawa niyo eh. Diba? O dalawa lang yan. Receive.
Go sa receive na driver para makapatay sa receive lang.
Hayaan yung pass.
Yes.
You can possibly say there has been a seesaw of momentum here for the third set because again it's grueling, it's long. Around 6 challenges have occurred here for set 3, and a while ago VNS had their top moments pero bumalik na sa lead ang Navy here. Now 3 points away from also getting the third set. If there was one thing that's dominating within the Navy, ano sa tingin mo yung meron sila na wala yung Griffins as of the moment, Paneng?
Well, if you look at PGJC Navy, they're more aggressive with their attacks, a lot of variations, and nag-focus sila sa blocking sila. And they had a lot of blockings for this set, and I think they were able to limit their unforced errors as well. So we'll see that in the statistics later on after this set.
22 serving 19. Kiel ready on deck to serve here. 3 points away from getting set number 3. Let's take a look at how the VNS Griffins and the likes of Bautista can halt them. Ball game continues here. Whistle blown. Second attempt now for Medino. And that's going to be a free point. 4 touches yun on the side of VNS. We'll see a sigh of frustration here coming from one of their veterans in Sumagaysay.
Yeah, I think they're committing a lot of errors here. Talking about VNS for the latter part of this set.
Composure is needed here on the side of VNS. They took the lead in the middle of the set. They actually had a 4-0 run just before these last sequences. Kiel serving. Pedrosa, that's gonna sail out.
Outside, no block touch.
Leading PGJC Navy to be at set point. Will this be the final point? We will see in a bit. Bautista will say not yet. Chance here for Delor to end things through. And they do. Again, Delor actually ended set number 2 with a service ace. Now he ends it with a kill.
Off the blocks, the first ball was, they were able to get the first ball, talking about VNS, but not solid support there. And who will get the second touch, giving that third set to PGJC Navy? They're up by 1 set now for this game.
And we'll be back here for set for action. And after a grueling set number 3, the scores are 25-21, 21-25, 19-25. 2-set victories here for the Sea Lions. Let's take a look at the highlights.
It was again a tight start for both squads. Isahan lang ulit tayo sa lamang. But I think for this set 3, PGJC Navy was more focused, and they used their strength in the blocking department. We saw a lot of kill blocks or touch from their blockers sa mga attackers na
VNS. Kaya medyo bumagal yung dating ng bola sa kanilang side. But on the side of VNS naman, though PGJC Navy focus on their blocks, but nahirapan sila or medyo hindi naka-adjust kagad on the coverage on who will get those blocks from PGJC Navy. And looking at the statistics, VNS 14 attack points compared to 12 of Navy. And VNS was able to get 2 kill blocks, no service ace, but still a lot of errors for that set. During the previous set, they tallied 11 errors, but for this set, 9 errors pa din for VNS. That's still a lot for one set, but PGJC Navy was able to limit their errors to only 3 errors for set 3. So that helped a lot for their squad and for winning that third set. So coming to this fourth set, the momentum is clearly on the side of Navy. So it's up to them na panghawakan nila yon until the end of this set. But of course, VNS is also hungry to get a win and to end this conference on a high note. So we'll see if there will be a change of pace in their attacks. And I think they will use a different lineup here because Martition will start for their squad. But PGJC Navy, still same lineup.
And Paneng, if we're taking a look at their standings, PGJC Navy doesn't have a win on their column. So if they were to end this with a win, it's really going to be celebratory for them. Set 4 is underway with Liray with that drop attempt. Tight here at the net. Guerra will choose Liray again. Stronger for VNS, getting that first point here for the Griffins.
Liray gave a lot of problems for PGJC Navy during the third set. He was unstoppable. And now that at the start of this fourth set, he got the first point for their squad.
Talking about VNS, they did give out 11 unforced errors. Set 2, set 3, 9 in comparison to Navy's 3. Would you attribute it to the veteranship of Navy as they aren't unable to save the ball? Less yung errors because mas madaming veterans ang Navy.
Well, I think it's not just because of the veterans, but it's also because on how they stayed composed and very focused during that set. Even though na lumamang sila, and humahabol itong VNS sa lamang nila, steady lang yung laro nila. Hindi sila nagmamadali and very relaxed, kumbaga.
Talking about the pacing as well of the Navy. Pedrosa bringing out intensity here for VNS because indeed, kahit nga yung momentum ng 2-set victories ay nasa Navy, we've been seeing the intensity here coming from the wingers of VNS and the likes of Liray and Pedrosa, having the hot hands in set number 1. Jairami will choose Paulina. That's going to be a solid block point from team captain Lloyd Pedrosa. Back-to-back points for him.
That's his 13th point for this game, the leading scorer for the VNS Griffins, followed by Liray and Bautista with 9 points apiece.
Both team captains and leading scorers for their squads, because this is going to be an ending campaign for them. Paulino down the line. Saved by Owa Cruz. Jairami. Isa pa daw. Now coming from Jacob. That's going to be a solid block point from Kimi Liray.
The blockings of VNS working really well for this fourth set. Take a look at that kill block again from Liray.
Because Paneng, sabi mo nga sa akin kanina, yung blockings ng Navy, yung nag-work at nag-dominate ng set 3.
But ngayon, mukhang nabaliktad, no? Ang ganda ng blockings ng VNS.
Take a look at that momentum shift, but that point is going to Jacob. Jacob adding another point here. 5 points na siya here on the side of Navy.
And of course, their team captain and veteran Greg Dolor, leading scorer for Navy with 16 points already.
Baka mag-20 pa si Greg at the end of this game. Liray again, that's gonna sail way too powerful.
It was actually a good decision from Jacob because he was the blocker of Liray and he saw na si Liray was waiting for his hands na ipapacheck na lang niya yung bola. But binababigla ni Jacob yung braso niya para no check ball. Service ace. That was Koramen. Take a look at that again.
Lalo sa noo si Owa Cruz. Bakil with that fake. Chance here again for Jacob. That's going to be towered over by Liray. Another chance here for Gimme. Getting that corner pocket here for VNS. Has been effective here for the Griffins to help Navy, and most possibly they're hoping to get a 5th set out of this. Gonna be chance here for Noy Pedrosa.
Oh, good coverage.
Towered over by Peter Kiel. Decoy! Oh! What a combination play there. Mark Paulino getting that for PGJC Navy.
It all started with a very convincing decoy from Kiel. Naiwan yung middle blocker ng VNS, leaving a huge opening at the cross court for Paulino.
Bob, jump serve. Guerra will choose Martishon. Double tower here on the side of Navy. Will there be a 3rd attempt now coming? Pop it up. The lure from the pipe. 3 blockers dispersed. Chance here again for Kiel! Gets that one, back-to-back points here for Navy. Ends that rally with a smile.
We're seeing a lot of long rallies for this 4th set. We compared nung mga previous sets. Ang bilis nung balikan ng mga quick side out. But 6 points pa lang tayo dito for Navy. Pero ang hahaba na ng mga exchanges.
You'll see them being more composed here. Naka-facial dito ang libero ng Navy with that strong down-the-line hit from Pedrosa. Let's take a look at this replay.
Pedrosa targeting down the line. The libero was there but too near the defense position. That was Jeremy Santos, the libero of Navy.
1-2 play there by Hairami. Will that be called for the
outside?
other side of the court?
VNS up by 1 point.
Every point counts here, Paneng. This is a do or die set. To end it or to extend it. Take a look at that targeting the corner pocket here. Mark Paulino has been wide awake here for set number 4.
Again, targeting cross-court because he saw the huge opening there. The cross-court, no middle blockers. Confusing the defense position of VNS. Tied at 7 points.
Guerra will choose Sumagaysay. At balikan ng puntos sa corner pocket. And now, for the first time, technical timeout to be led by VNS by 1 point.
Welcome back. Set 4 of this matchup between the men of the PGJC Navy Sea Lions and the VNS Griffins live here inside the Paco Arena in Manila. Now, Alexis Paneng, former VNS player Jeremy Santos recalled his former years in comparison to the game the VNS Griffins have right now. And I quote, "Malaki naging growth ng team ngayon. Kita natin na kaya nilang makipagsabayan, which says a lot on how the coaches manage their players." He even highlighted the mental toughness the Griffins have now. And matter of fact, that's an aspect being put to test now for some of the players na isinasabay yung outside leagues nila simultaneously with the tournament. RK Medino here alongside his other teammates are also representing Mapua for the Manila Meet 2025. At may 5-0 win-loss record na raw sila, and he wishes to bring that momentum into their final match here. Back to set 4.
Thank you very much for that report, Denise Valdesancho. And nandito kami, witness kami ni Paneng na naabutan namin ng VNS Griffins with some of the players still in K-12. Naabutan natin na nag-high school sila ng Archimedino at Mapua. So now college na rin sila. So what an evolution. But there's a timeout called by Coach George Pascual.
Sa set mo sa middle. High contact ka para mas mataas yung reach mo. Ngayon, nakita mo nang umusog doon, may ibibigay mo pa sa kanya. Meron ka ng mga attacker dito sa left side, meron ka pa sa gitna. Nandun pa si Greg. Di ba, hindi lang bigay ng bigay pa. Hindi yung nasa yung blocker yung middle. Hindi opposite sa middle nila. Hindi laging eto lang. Kailangan maging mature ka. Kailangan, playmaker, kailangan mas, mas mabilis ang isip mo. JC!
Coach George Pascua sending out reminders here that Hayarami is indeed the playmaker. He is the orchestrator of the plays here, and they're asking him to diversify his plays. As again, this is the fourth set. Basa na ng kalaban ang kanilang mga nagiging galaw dito sa court. Let's take a look at how he mixes things through. The lure for that attempt. Ball is kept in play here. Martishon will try to end things. At nandun si Paulino. The lure, second attempt. 1-2 play. The lure for the third time sails that in. That ball is checked here for Navy.
It was actually an outside hit from Greg Delore, but a block touch was called on the blockers of VNS. Navy is playing catch-up now. They are down by 2 points.
Guerra, Pedrosa, down the line. Kel was there, but nobody was able to hit that afterwards. Take a look at this replay.
A good back row hit, but the first touch there on the defense was difficult to reach.
Merami to the Lord, cross court.
Outside again. Back to 4 points advantage meron dito ang VNS Griffins.
We see a jam-packed Paco Arena as of the moment. Ang daming nanonood. Excited for this match and also the two upcoming matchups here.
Oh, the serve was called inside by our first referee, so that one is a service ace. But PGJC Navy will challenge ball in or ball out.
We're gonna have our first challenge here for our fourth set. But if we were gonna count the challenges, it's countless in our minds sa sobrang dami na kanina. We are standing here at 8:13. Ball is in. Clear as day here.
5 points advantage for VNS after that unsuccessful challenge by PGJC Navy.
Biggest cushion here for the VNS Griffins. Let's take a look at how Navy will play catch-up. They attempted the lure for that kill. Now that's finally in for the team captain. Cutting the momentum here of VNS.
Na late or na wala yung position sa blockings doon ang VNS. Greg Dolor saw that, kaya tiniin niya yung palo sa cross court.
Guerra, Tuliray. Chance here for Dolor. Again,
block touch. Back-to-back points from Greg Dolor.
Now the lead is cut down to 3. Rami serving. Guerra will choose Liray. And that's going to be off the block there for Jacob.
Kumagat yung middle blocker na Navy kay JB Sumagaysay. Lead leaving only one blocker for Kimi Liray.
Hairami will choose the Lord again. Guerra to Liray.
Oh, it hit the antenna.
Antenna was shook right then and there.
Free point given to Navy.
Serving 14. 3 points up. VNS. Liray. All power. Hairami. Jacob. Ball is kept alive.
Chance here for Navy.
Will it be Paulino's ball?
Oh!
It will be Coramen getting that kill for VNS.
Good decision by Hairami, setting up Coramen with a quick hit.
Greg Delor with 18 attacks, 1 block, 1 ace. Sabi na nga natin, 20 na ang puntos nito ni Greg Delor for PGJC Navy. Liray again for that kill.
On top of his blockers, that was Kimi Liray. Easy point for him. Kanina, he always, or most of the time, he uses the hands of his blockers to score a point. But this time, on top of Jacob, targeting that down the line. Oh!
And that 1-2 play. Where have you been all along, Andre Bakil? He has been efficient for sets 1 and 2. Now efficient for this technical timeout. VNS still on top by 4.
Ngunit parang sa'yo ayaw na lumayo. Ipagpatawad mo, ako may naguguluhan. Pagpatawad mo, ya. Minahal kita agad. Minahal kita agad. Ipagpatawad mo.
Ipagpatawad ba nila ang kanilang mga adversaries? Oh! And we have here our family of Noel Campton together with his wife and his baby. Ready to support them here for the next matchup. Chris Cross, King Crunchers, geared up. And that's going to be another point for VNS, cutting the lead now to 3.
Quick hit there by Coramen. Almost a service ace.
Cruz putting it over to the other side. Great decoys there coming from Gil. Ball is kept in play.
Chance here for Navy.
Paulino!
Oh! That was a Jacob on the opposite hit. Take a look at that again. There was a huge space there. Down the line.
Jacob has been attempting all match through. Had 6 points.
Oh, but service error.
They're gonna laugh that off. Coramen has been efficient here for Coach George Pascua. He's gonna finally take a back seat here. With the help of the net. Oh. That was supposedly going to be an ace. Ball is kept in play here. Guerra will choose Martichon! Hairami wasn't able to save that one on the side of Navy. And now VNS has been thoroughly protecting their 4-point cushion here. They do want to extend this to a 5-set game. Hairami backset here to Jacob again, having the hot hands here for Navy.
Good reflexes there by the VNS squad.
Hairami switching it up now for Paulino. And wala. Tulala na lang si Lira ito.
Ang bilis ng bola. Ang lakas ng palo na yun ni Paulino on the cross court.
And gotta commend Rami as sinabihan nga siya ni Coach George Pasco to diversify his plays. And indeed, everything's been mixing up and it's going well here. And ngayon ko lang nakita, sumayaw si Jacob on the side of Navy.
Tinawanan na din niya yung sarili niya dahil muntik nang mag-service error yon, but naka-ace pa siya with the help of the net.
16 serving 18. There's a 2-point lead here for VNS.
Oh!
Cruz unable to save that one. They're cutting it now to a single-point lead. And just in a flash, kanina 4 points ang lead ng VNS Griffins. Now it's just a 1-point ball game here. Jacob is still ready to serve for Navy.
Good first ball.
Guerra will choose Martishon right there by the campfire.
So sobrang bilis at taas ng reach ni Martishon when he went for that open hit. Nagtinginan na lang yung blockers ng VNS, ay ng Navy kung saan dumaan yung palo na yun.
Gitnang-gitna pa nilang lahat. We have Bakil, who has been productive here also, right by the middle. Ready to serve for VNS. Still up by 2. Bangkola, Tokiel gets that one as quickly as he can.
Off the bench, there was a double substitution on the side of PGJC Navy. Bangkola will do the setting duties for their squad, and Honra will play as opposite.
Mark Paulino serving for Navy. 1-point game here. Martishon. Nandun na yung coverage. Greg Dolor across court. At grabe, kung nakita niyo yung buong audience, lahat ng nanonood sa right side, lahat sila
Napaiwan.
Kasi bola yun ni Greg Dolor eh.
Coming from the defense pa, ang bilis ng dating ng bola on the side of VNS. We're tied at 19.
Neck-and-neck match here for set number 4. Will VNS extend this match or will Navy end it right here and here? Solid block point there for our team captain, Greg Dolor. Now above 20 digits here. One of his best performances. Because I knew he came from a 7-point performance from one of his past games. There's going to be a timeout called by Coach Ralph.
Sa kanya, nagiging shoot. Okay, komportable ka ba sa ganung set?
Kakaalala si Kuya Greg.
Kasi good blocker yun. Nakita mo, weaker blocker yun dito sa open. Binibigay mo dun sa sa porsyento na may hihirapan yung spiker mo eh. Siya, ibabaw siya. Nakadalawa na nga siya. Ibibigay mo sa iba, mina-match up mo, iba ginagawa mo. Doon tayo sa gumagana. Nag-pull away tayo kanina, bilang babaguhin niya eh. Yun yung problema eh.
Maganda na! Two different advices coming from two different coaches because on the side of Coach George Pasco, he mix up, he diversify. Dito naman kay Coach Ralph, stick with the game plan.
Yeah, lalo na kung saan sila pumuporsyento or mas mataas yung chances of getting a point, dun na lang dalhin ni Guerra yung set. Oh!
And that's gonna be another solid service ace coming from Mark Paulino. Now they're on their 21st marker, 4 points away from sealing this entire match, and that's gonna be possibly their first ever game of victory. But again, VNS also having a heated game here on the other side of the court, and the likes of Pedrosa and Martishon. The game is not yet finished. 21 serving 19. Navy on top.
Oh, inside!
Grabe, nagulat siya mismo sa sarili niya. That's gonna be a double service ace. Quickening things up. We're gonna have a timeout.
Iniiwasan niya i-receive. Si Owen na umabot dyan sa dulo, oh. Dalawa kayong opener. Nandyan, hindi kayo kumukuha ng bola.
Go, kahit taas lang yung muna yung bola. Taas lang muna yung bola. Taas lang yung bola. Ha? Go, 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 go. Kaya, kaya. Yes.
Back to the ball game. It's 22 serving 19. In the meantime, we have 2 sets already here to PGJC's name.
Tight set.
Martishon gets that one. Says not yet here for the VNS Griffins. Now their 20th marker.
Ang ganda ng habol na yun ni Martishon because the set was tight and sobrang dikit na sa net sa mga kamay ng blockers ng Navy, but still naabot niya yun on top of the blockers and got that point.
That would be called for VNS. We're going to have a challenge here called by Coach George Pascua. A very important one at that because we're at 22-21 here. And it's a do-or-die set.
So it was a reaching beyond challenge after Sumagaysay went for that over ball.
Reaching beyond ng challenge na ito could possibly be the last ever challenge here if VNS Griffins don't extend to a 5th set. Spiker Surf fans, don't go away because we have another match coming up next. It's Alpha against Crisscross. And merong reaching beyond. Coming from JB Sumagaysay.
Because Bangkola, the setter of Navy, was still trying to set that ball and it was still on their side of the court. So there will be a counter challenge.
Counter challenge here ng reaching beyond for their setter.
Oh, they will not allow that challenge. So play goes on, but
coaches are contesting because, yes, I'm here right beside them. They did press the challenge button and the ball play continued while they were actually calling for a challenge. So possibly this set point will be replayed because they did press the challenge button. Again, nagkaroon ng Reaching Beyond Challenge initially sa PGJC Navy. It was called on JB Sumagaysay. But then the coaches here, VNS Griffins, are calling a challenge, a counter challenge at that, for the setter for PGJC Navy, the likes of Hairami. So counter challenge dapat ang i-challenge nila. But then, nagsimula na ulit yung ball game habang tumatawag sila ng challenge. Kaya ayaw nilang i-acknowledge ang set point na 24th point ng Navy. Now Pedrosa will be relaying the message of the line ref. And Panang, we also saw the light button light up, right?
yeah,
And then hindi pa nag-ready yung second referee.
Natuloy na yung ball game. It was supposed to be a counter challenge right after the challenge posted by Coach George Pascua. So until now, they are in distress here on the side of the VNS Griffins coaching staff. Now the challenge is going to be denied. Now the point is going to be replayed. We're 23-20 here. Martishon will attempt. Blocked. Martishon, stronger one here! Through the blockers.
Yan yung sinasabi ni Coach Ralph Ocampo earlier during his timeout na kung saan mataas yung porsyento nila, dun na nila i-set up yung bola. And Martishon responded after that timeout.
21-23. Bangkola to Dolor.
A quick side out.
That side out will actually lead them to another set point. We'll have a substitution here. Jacob in, Jairami in. Paneng, this can be their first ever victory here for the Spiker Surf Invitational Conference. Indeed, they want to take things here and things on a lighter note.
This is match point for PGJC Navy. Good serve.
Sumagaysay saying not yet here on the side of the VNS Griffins. And we'll have a timeout here called by Coach George Pascua.
Itaas mo lang, yung receive, ilagay mo lang konti dito para iwan mo si ano doon. Di, paluin mo. Huwag lang masyadong mataas. Still lang. Mabilis ha. Dito mo konti yung receive. Ngayon, pag wala sumabay dito, nakita mo, bigay sa middle. Pero kailangan one good receive tayo. One good receive ha. And one good attack. Let's go.
One pass. Let's go. One pass, one kill. PGJC, Navy.
One pass, one kill. Yan ang strategiya ng PGJC Navy Sea Lions in hopes of ending this entire match.
Good substitution on the side of VNS. Bautista checking in for JB Sumagaysay. He will do the serve and sweep for VNS.
Very crucial serve here at hand. Bautista, fresh off the bench. One good pass. Is this the final point? And indeed, they seal this ending. Final day of the preliminaries, final day of the eliminations on a high note. PGJC Navy getting this win. It's their first ever victory and also their last here for the Spiker Surf Invitational Conference.
Well, definitely, ito yung game plan ng PGJC Navy is to get a win, and they did that with a 4-set win against VNS. We'll talk about the game more after this.
Welcome back to the Spikers Surf Invitational Conference 2025. We are still live here inside the Paco Arena, heart of Manila. The VNS Griffins handing out a loss to the men of the PGJC Navy Sea Lions. Their first win of the conference. Beside me is our best player of the game, team captain Greg Dolor, who delivered 24 points off 21 attacks, 2 blocks, and 1 ace. Captain, congratulations. Balikan lang natin, no? Alam natin na yung Alpha Insurance, natalo yan ng VNS, but just recently they beat you, no? So what's the difference with this match na nakuha nyo na finally yung panalo?
Yung sigurong yung eagerness ng team na makuha yung panalo kasi wala talaga kayong panalo ng last time. So sabi nila coach, maglaro lang kayo ng gusto niyo. So yun, nakuha namin yung game, then thankful kami kasi yun yung gusto namin makakuha ng panalo.
Captain, can you share yung naging thought process nyo nung mga remaining minutes na lang nung last set para makuha nyo yung panalo finally?
Yun, kuhanin lang yung momentum kasi volleyball is play with momentum talaga eh. So pag nabaliktad namin yung points, so dun tuloy-tuloy na yung momentum ng bawat isa sa amin.
Thank you so much, and again, congratulations, PGJC Navy Sea Lions team captain Greg Dolor. Now back to you, Alexis and Panay.
Like what team captain, anchor of the ship, said ni Greg Dolor nga, it's really the grit and also yung gigil nila na finally makuha naman nila yung panalo to end this campaign on a high note. It was their grit, their composure, their consistency, all matched through. Let's take a look at the set 4 highlights.
Well, definitely a very consistent PGJC Navy for that set 4. Though we did expect VNS to start very strong on that 4th set because gusto nilang bumawi dun sa pagiging too relaxed nila nung set 3, and we saw those power and aggressiveness of the VNS squad. But it was not enough to get that set 4 because PGJC Navy, hindi na nila binitawan yung magandang momentum on their side. And for the first time, they led the attack points with 16 attack points against 14 of VNS and 4 service ace, especially during the latter part of that set. That gave them more confidence, especially nung sunod-sunod na service aces na yon for PGJC Navy, and still they were able to limit their errors to only 3 errors for that set 4.
Speaking of more attack points, that just means pure hunger for the PGJC Navy Sea Lions. Congratulations to them for their first victory. Up next, we have the Alpha Insurance Protectors against the Crisscross King Crunchers, and we have another match afterwards. We bid you a farewell, Alexis, inside your service together with my partner, Paneng de Konig Swarter, and our correspondent, Denise Valdesancho. Up next, another Spikers Surf match.